Hey beautiful souls, welcome to session 10 of Heart Opening and the Law of Attraction. Now it occurred to me yesterday that I should really have added a side note after yesterday's training where I said that on the days where I just don't feel like working, I don't. What I should have added was that I'm talking about non-negotiables. Like obviously things like my classes, I do those. Things that are non-negotiable, I do, but the added stuff, the social media, the planning, the writing, the researching, all those kind of things that are not absolutely non-negotiable. If I don't, if I'm not in the right frame of mind, not in the right energy to be messaging people or to be planning workshops, etc., then I don't. So I just suddenly thought that yesterday I needed to clarify that. Otherwise it just sounds like I think, no, I don't feel like teaching today, blah, blah, blah. But no, the things that are kind of like non-negotiable, I do. All the added extras, the stuff that we give us, put pressure on ourselves for, things that, a lot of people put the pressure on for, like cleaning the house, stuff like that. If you don't feel like doing it, don't. Because when it comes to kind of being creative, especially when you've got your own business, you can't use force. You can't use force. If you're not in the right energy, anything that you do won't be in the right energy. So just to clarify that. So today we're going to be doing some breath work and meditation to activate the heart chakra. Now you can sit on a chair. If you're not comfortable sitting cross-legged for any period of time, or you find yourself slouching or tensing, then please sit on a chair. I'm going to sit on my bolster against the wall because I find that easier when I'm sitting for any length of time. And so the most important part is what's happening with your upper body, with your spine, that you can maintain a nice tall spine so that you can breathe easily. And the first mudras are hand gestures like things like that. The first mudra we are going to use, we bring the index fingers to the base of your thumbs. You make like little circles like that. Then you bring your middle and ring fingers to the tip of your thumb. So you've got your little finger extended. So the index finger to the base of the thumb, then the middle and ring fingers to touch the thumb, and rest your hands on your thighs or lap, wherever works for you. Now we're probably going to have Miss Lulu joining us throughout. She does like getting in on the action. So it's going to be maybe 15-20 minutes. So make sure you're in a place, you're in a position where you can be comfortable. The tall spine is the most important part. So if I find I can't sit for extended periods of time in a sitting position. I end up getting pins and needles and all sorts. So please do use a chair if that's the case. So nice tall spine. Bring your hands, index finger to the base of your thumb, middle and ring finger to touch the thumb, and rest your hands on your knees, thighs, whatever's comfortable. Close your eyes and bring your awareness inwards. Without doing anything for a moment, just simply take this time to check in. Just noticing how you're feeling right now, how you're feeling physically, how you're feeling energetically, how you're feeling emotionally. No judgment, no criticism. Just notice how you feel in your heart space. Imagine literally your whole chest cavity. Just notice any sensations or lack of sensations. And sometimes there may be sensations that you can't describe easily, but just simply notice so that we can compare at the end. And we do a lot of visualization in this meditation. Visualization is a very, very powerful tool. So keeping your eyes closed unless I tell you otherwise. Keeping your hands in this mudra unless I direct you otherwise. Just see if you can start to breathe a little bit deeper. So see if you can Relax your belly. Relax your rib cage. Relax your chest. So as you breathe in, feel your belly expand. Your rib cage expand. Your heart rise. Just pausing at the top of the in-breath. As you breathe out, feel your chest relaxing. Your rib cage relaxing. Keep breathing out until you feel your belly button pulling towards your spine. And pause at the end of the exhale. So see if you can pause for 3 or 4 seconds at the end of each breath. At the end of the in-breath, just pause, just observe that stillness, observe that pause. I find sometimes calling it a pause instead of holding the breath. It seems kind of less scary. So at the top of the inhale, just pause for a moment. Observe that sense of expansion. At the end of the exhale, as you really feel your belly button pulling towards your spine, again just pause for a few seconds. Observe that sense of letting go. Relax your belly as you breathe in. And have a sense of your whole rib cage expanding. Your rib cage is like a basket. So as you breathe in, not only will your chest rise, but the side of your ribs expands, the back of your heart expands. And you feel a slight lifting and opening in your collarbones. Pausing for 4 or 5 seconds, just observing that sense of expansion. A long, slow, full breath out. Feel your whole rib cage relax and contract. Keep breathing out until you feel your belly button draw in towards your spine. Again, pausing for 4 or 5 seconds and observing that sense of stillness, of emptiness. We tend to think of emptiness as a kind of bad thing, but it's not always a bad thing. Because when we make space, we can call in something new. And I've talked about before, in order to call in that which we desire, we have to make space. So emptiness isn't necessarily a bad thing. Keeping the breath flowing, breathing in and out through the nose, feeling your whole rib cage expand on the in-breath, observing that sense of openness, expansion, that long, slow, full breath out. If you're breathing every last little bit of breath out and pausing, observing that sense of letting go. Then let go of the old and make space for the new. So keeping your eyes closed and your awareness in your heart space. You may notice with each breath that you can breathe even more deeply. And so often we're in a rush, we're in a hurry, and that includes being in a hurry with our breath as well. We're kind of aiming eventually to literally be breathing 1 or 2 breaths per minute. Literally over the space of a minute, just taking 1 breath. In yoga they say that our life is measured in that number of breaths, so that when you slow down the breath, you can extend your life and live a healthy, vibrant life. You're still keeping that long, slow, deep breath. You're still Keeping your eyes closed, focusing on your heart center. I want you to visualize breathing into your heart space. As you breathe in, imagine breathing in through the back of your heart. So imagine inhaling through the back of your heart space, holding the breath for a few seconds. As you breathe out, visualize exhaling through the front of your heart. So you can visualize the breath as energy flowing in through the back of your heart and flowing out through the front of your heart, like torchlight shining in, shining out. So as you take that long, slow, deep breath, visualize drawing that breath in through the back of your heart. And as you hold the breath, visualize your heart center, your heart space, your whole chest cavity filled with that light energy. You can imagine an emerald green light energy, which is the color associated with the heart, or pink. Pink is often associated with the heart as well. So you can imagine a pink light, like rose quartz energy flowing in through the back of your heart space. Pausing, visualizing your whole chest cavity filled with that light energy, that healing, nurturing, loving light energy. And imagining as you breathe out, the light shining out the front of your heart space. Inhaling through the back of your heart. Pausing with the breath in, and feel, sense, imagine your whole chest cavity filled with that vibrant, healing, loving energy. And exhaling, breathing that energy out through the front of your heart. So see that light, see that pure, brilliant light energy flowing in and out of your body. In through the back and out through the front. So we're taking energy, breath, love in, and we're sending it out into the world. And as you're doing that, just notice the sensations in your heart space. And as you feel your whole chest cavity expand even more with each breath, you know that you're filled with even more loving, healing energy. And the more you take in, the more you can send out into the world. Still focusing on that breathing, focusing on drawing energy in through the back of your heart, inhaling through the back of your heart, holding it to fill and expand your heart center, and exhaling through the front of your heart, visualizing that light, that energy flowing out the front of your heart. And as you're doing that, bring to mind something or someone that gives you pure joy, a sense of joyfulness. It could be a person, a place, a thing, an activity, a memory. Maybe something that's happened recently or something that's happened years ago. So maybe a childhood memory where you just felt pure, unadulterated joy. No fear, no worry, no guilt, no stress. Maybe going to a dance class, or maybe sitting watching a sunset, whatever it is, doesn't matter what it is, just simply focus on the energy, the sensation of joyfulness, of being full of joy. Notice the sensations in your body as you do that. You may feel an added warmth in the center of your chest, tingling, pulsations, whatever sensation. You may feel even more of a sense of openness and expansion. And as you're doing that, as you're visualizing, as you're feeling yourself filled with joy, filled with joyfulness, visualize breathing that sense of joy out of your body. Imagine breathing the feelings of joy in and out of your body. So as you inhale through the back of your heart, feel, sense, imagine breathing in that energy, that sense of joy, of happiness, of love, of bliss, holding it in your heart space. Visualize it expanding so it starts to flow up into your neck, expanding down into your belly. And when you exhale, feel, sense, imagine that energy flowing out to the front of your heart space on the exhale. So you're breathing feelings of joy into and out of your heart. And just remember that when we make our happiness our #1 priority, we actually do more to help the people around us. When we worry about people, we're just sending energy to the thing that we're worried about. When we feel guilty because we have more than some people, that's not a good energy either. The best thing that we can ever do for the whole world, for everyone around us, is focus on our own feelings of joy, our own feelings of love, and vibrate those emotions to those around us. Because when we worry about someone, we're not helping them. When we feel guilty because we have more than someone else, we're not helping them. Yet by working on our own vibration, we can lift others up so that they can begin to help themselves. So whenever you get those feelings of, oh, I can't be happy because other people are not happy, you feeling sad for others serves no purpose whatsoever. And this is why I always say focusing on your happiness should be your first priority, because you can help uplift so many more people by doing that. Visualizing, breathing feelings of joy into the back of your heart space. Feel your whole chest expand, like your heart has got bigger, like it's beating even more deeply, that steady rhythm of life. Holding the breath in as long as you can. And as you breathe out, imagine extending that love, that joy, that energy out into the world. And you're extending it out not only to those close to you in your own home, you're extending it out to those in the same street as you. You're extending it out to those in the same town. You're extending it out to those in the same county. You're extending it out to those in the same country. You're extending it out to the whole world. And if ever you're in doubt about that, if ever you're in doubt about how important it is to focus on your own vibration, just visualize this, just imagine this. Visualize at this moment in time, thousands of people doing this very exercise. Imagine if we could get thousands, millions of people doing this very exercise, and visualize those thousands, those millions of people sending out that loving energy. That is how we can change the world. That is how we can help those around us. And you can visualize in your mind people all over the world doing the same as you're doing right now. Breathing love and joy in, filling yourself with it, and sending it out into the world to help heal and uplift those around you. And notice how that makes you feel. Notice how much more expanded that makes you feel when you focus on not only are you lifting your own vibration, but you're sending out healing, loving, nurturing energy to all those around you. Notice how uplifted that makes you feel. Notice that inner glow, that sense of significance. And if it hasn't already brought a smile to your face, bring a smile to your face. And hopefully you're starting to really understand why I say that the best thing that you can do for yourself and everyone around you is focus on your own vibration. Because when we send this loving energy outwards, that is how we can heal. And you can stay here for a while longer if you wish. You can stay as long as you like. You can do this exercise a couple of times a day, even just stopping for a minute or so and visualizing, breathing love in and out and sending it to those around you. And then imagine expanding it to the whole world. And doing that, we're opening our own heart and we help to lift others up. We don't help others by feeling guilty. We don't help others by worrying. We help them by being in a position that we can lift them. If and when you're ready, opening your eyes, rubbing your palms together. You may already feel the heat in my hands. My hands feel like, whoo, I can feel the energy. My hands feel on fire. And when you feel that heat, that fire, allow it into the center of your chest. Awesome. And let me know how you feel after that. And so you can do that as a practice just for like a couple of minutes or even 30 seconds, even just taking a couple of conscious breaths throughout the day, visualizing, drawing that love in through the back of your heart and out through the front like a torch shining through. I speak to a lot of people who they say they sometimes feel guilty because, you know, there are people who are homeless, there are people who go hungry, you know, there's people on the other side of the world who live in war-torn countries and things like that. And I think sometimes people think that maybe I'm uncaring when I say that, you know, focusing on your own happiness will help them more, but it's not that at all. By us feeling guilty, we don't solve anything. And in fact, us feeling guilty, we're sending out the vibration of guilt. We're sending out a low vibration, and it serves no purpose. It's like if someone is going through a tough time or about to go in for an operation, for example, you worrying about them is probably the worst thing that you could do, because then you're focusing on what could go wrong. You're kind of visualizing what could go wrong, and you're sending all that heavy, worrying energy. Whereas focusing on everything going right, focusing on sending love, peace, joy, you're sending that energy. And my hands feel like that, literally on fire. So if you receive this healing energy into your heart space, and feel that energy in your hands. And so we help lift others up when we are at a high vibration. Is think of it this way. If you are ill physically, you cannot help anyone. If you become ill and you're unable to work, you can't pay your bills, you can't feed yourself, you can't feed your partner, you're no help to anyone. It's a matter of being spiritually well. You know, if you're worrying about other people or feeling guilty because you have more than some people, and there are a lot of people who have way more than you do, and there are people who have less than you do, it's none of your business. But what you can do is lift everyone around you. And that is the most loving, compassionate thing that you can do for yourself and for others. Enjoy the rest of your day. Beautiful soul. Namaste. Love and light to you.